Hey, hey, hey. Look away. It's me, Jean-Luc Meisel, Master Blaster from Indicron, artist, YouTuber extraordinaire, and all around really nice guy. And with me today is my constant companion, the Doctor.
The Doctor is in. Time for boredom to end.
Oh. And with me today. Uh-oh. That sounds fantastic. Are you going to end my boredom, Doctor? Because it's really intense right now.
I'm going to cut it with a knife.
Ouch. That sounds kind of dangerous. Wait, let me have a little sip of coffee here before we move on. Slurp, slurp, he said. Slurp, slurp at the caffeinated beverage of his life.
Oh. I had a maca rebel this morning.
Oh, a maca rebel Are you serious?
I did. I had a maca rebel.
Doctor, that has 140 milligrams of caffeination.
Oh, that's nothing. I had a half a bang too. Half a bang keto. That's like another 150. So I had almost 300 milligrams of
Wait
coffee.
A minute.
I am wired.
What the bloody hell is a bang keto? Do I have to go across the border to get that?
No.
What is that?
It's to be in the East. It's a type of it's a keto coffee that they make. That this company called Bang makes. This company Bang makes like a lot of different nutritional soda kind of drinks, and they make one called keto coffee, and it's 300 milligrams of coffee and 20 grams of protein.
Wow. I'd like to drink anything that has the word bang on it.
I know, right?
Bang, bang. I like that. Mary Vidalis is in the chat. She's leaving some love. Thank you, Mary. That's very nice. I think she came and went.
Yeah, she's out here like a Vidalia onion. She's layered.
I think she's gone now. And Jesse, he's switching to the iPhone. All right. Banquita. Oh no, Mary's back again. Wow, that's nice. She's it's nice to have her. Nice to have pretty girls in the stream. What do you think?
I know. I love the pretty women.
Oh my God, that reminds me. The Doctor is in love.
What?
Doctor,
what?
are you smitten?
I am not.
What? Are you certain?
Yeah.
What about certain individuals? Doctor?
There's nothing going on.
Oh, okay. Well, that was because I thought I was going to drop the bomb on the Doctor's love affair, but I guess not. I guess we're skipping that this morning.
Got to keep them waiting, man.
Oh, God. Okay. I guess we were going to send out a message, and now we're not. Stranger every day. What can I say? So I guess I'll have to do some screen sharing here. Oh, God. I'm hardly ready for this. I don't know. What do you think, Doctor? Are you ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be, man. Let's do it.
Okay. This is going to suck really hard. Well, we're here on the Death Watch. Do you know who this person is, Doctor?
Yes. That is the maestro, composer and singer, David Bowie.
The Thin White Duke. And
Yes,
here
sir.
he is in his Thin White Duke persona himself. The great, the auspicious, the beautiful, the talented.
The Goblin King himself.
David Bowie. Oh, I like to say Bowie. Do you ever I call him Bowie. People go, what are you doing, Jean-Luc? I'm like, you know.
That just reminds me of the like a buoy out at sea.
Yeah, it's not good. Well, David Bowie died, and that's what we're talking about for the next 15 minutes. Death, baby. The pain and the agony, the horror and the tribulations of aging and dying, and the end of a generation of wisdom, beauty, and music. Well, I remember when Bowie died. It wasn't too long ago, was it?
No.
And that was a tragic situation for me personally, because I don't know, I was always very close to Bowie. Met him once at a coffee shop.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And he spoke French to me. He did. He spoke French to me. He said, Jean-Luc. I said, how the bloody hell do you know my name? It's written on the outside of your trousers. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. And he said, Jean-Luc, could you get me a coffee? I'll be sitting right over there. I said, no problem, sir. I'll be happy to get you a coffee. And so, yeah, that was the day I met David Bowie. Wow, man.
Nice.
Just beautiful, beautiful. And, you know, he's really beautiful in person as well. He's kind of golden. He kind of shines. And so for me personally, when David Bowie died, I was thunderstruck. Wow. I don't know, maybe 69 is old? What do we think? Do we think 69 is old?
Not really. I mean, not in today's day.
Comic guy John in the chat saying, did someone say death? Yes, man. We're going over death this morning. And comic guy John is my inspiration for death because he's been ruminating on death for a while. Because Meta says, good afternoon. Yes, it is almost afternoon. Well, it's a caffeinated afternoon as opposed to morning caffeination.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I was really shaken by David Bowie's death. How about you, Doctor?
I'm always shaken when somebody that has that much of an impact in the world dies.
Yeah. 18-month battle with cancer. Terrible, right? Terrible. But he had an amazing, his last album, I think, was among some of his best albums. Can you imagine you're on your deathbed and you're like, this is my last album?
Well, I mean, it kind of reminds me of Jonathan Keats. Jonathan Keats knew he had tuberculosis, he knew he was dying, and he had some of his best work in his last year of writing.
But the subject matter that he wrote on, the death and the tribulations of his life, it was just so amazing. When you've got nothing to lose, you can really let it all hang out, can't you?
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. And one of my favorite songs is titled, "'Tis a Pity She Was a Whore." 'Tis a pity she was a whore. I don't know if you know that song, Doctor.
I don't. You can sing it if you want.
No, it was a fantastic, absolutely fantastic song. I recommend everyone to go out and listen to it immediately. Like, if you have to leave the stream, I completely understand. But I'm just saying, wow, what a fantastic song. One of my other favorite songs that he wrote, it was a long time ago, but not on this album, but equally fantastic. Have you ever heard this song, Doctor? I'm Afraid of Americans. Have you heard that song, Doctor?
Mm-mm.
You see, Americans don't understand Bowie the way I understand Bowie because I had coffee with Bowie. That's my point.
Exactly.
That's my point.
You know, you share coffee with a man, it changes you.
It does. It changes you deeply, especially. And he said, have you heard my song? I'm Afraid of Americans. And I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. Who hasn't? I said, no, the Americans haven't. I'm like, Bowie, you're not only beautiful, but you're funny as well. I love you. Take me home with you, please.
Take me home. I'll be your purse puppy, but just
can you just put me in the closet and I'll get you tea whenever you ask for it. Just go tea. Don't worry, Jean-Luc will get the tea, and then I'll come out of the closet dressed proper, in a nice ivory suit from Gucci, and I go out and get the tea. Wow, really beautiful. And so, wow. That really struck me. Another thing that kind of struck me was Chris Cornell's death. Do you remember this?
Well, he just died recently, didn't he?
Yeah, very recently. We're jumping ahead in time. It's only about a year or so. Mm-hmm. But he died again at 52. He committed suicide, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
And
so many musicians that seem to do that. They're artists, really.
But he had everything.
But it was over,
Over. It wasn't over. He was only 52. I mean, Chris Cornell, he was first in Soundgarden, right? And then Audioslave.
Yeah. Black hole sun.
You're right.
Won't you come?
He doesn't know that song. He was dead on the scene. They investigated. It was suicide. Pills. He hung himself. So, Doctor, if you were really rich and you had a lot of money and you could do whatever you wanted,
I would find something to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's my feeling because death is so final, isn't it?
Yeah, I always say you never solve a temporary, a temporary problem with a permanent solution.
But he claims that he had permanent drug problems.
Well, how do you have a permanent drug problem when, is it you? You're the permanent drug problem?
I don't know. I mean, look, if I was him, I would take $1 million, $2 million, because you've got a lot of millions in the bank, right? And I'd say, okay, F this life. It's not working for me.
Mhm.
I'm going to go to Monte Carlo and I'm going to buy myself a villa on the
Yeah,
beach and a couple of decent hookers.
there you go.
But what's wrong with that?
I don't see anything wrong with that. You go to like Thailand and buy it even cheaper. Get like a whole skyscraper.
A skyscraper of hookers? Okay.
Why not? Different
Okay.
floor every day.
Wow. I don't know about that, doctor. But drugs can be very overwhelming. So I guess, they distort your consciousness, they distort your mind, and you feel like there's no way out, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the biggest thing the drugs do is the helicoidal shape is a lot of the times the same as your neurotransmitters. So it makes you think that you need them.
It makes you think at some point there's no way out.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly, his good friend, Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. I love Lincoln Park. I think Lincoln Park was fantastic. I love this
Yeah,
guy.
this was 2 years ago, right? Like,
Yeah, not even 2 years ago. No. Bowie was 2 years ago. I don't know. Bowie feels like he died yesterday to me, or Bowie. Feels like he died yesterday to me. It breaks my heart every day. McGee says, escorts, man. Yeah, escorts. No debating during dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You sit down, you have dinner, you know where it's going. You don't have to work too hard. You can have a nice, pleasant conversation. You know who's coming or what's coming at the end of the conversation. So it's, it works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a nice trade. And so here's Chester, ferocious lead singer for the platinum-selling hard rock band Linkin Park, was found dead in his home near Los Angeles. That could have been a problem right there. Los Angeles would kill everyone. And he was 41 years old. Man. Yeah. Big Steve in the chat. He says,
yeah, he's got one of the best growling type voices.
I'm reading the chat. Can I finish the chat now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thanks. Jesus Christ, just stepped all over me. If you have to take drugs for medical reasons, best to stay as low dose as possible so you don't get high. Yeah, quotation marks. Once you get high, you're screwed. Well, I'd like to get high and screwed, but not permanently. That's the issue. Okay, doctor, hit me. What were you going to say? What?
Well, I was just going to say that Bennington he's got one of the best, like, kind of that raspy, growling sort of rock voice. The only other person I can think of that had a beautiful voice like that in rock was Maynard James Keenan.
Hey, listen, man. Chris Cornell's voice was golden.
But he didn't have the growl.
Oh my God, you're saying Chris Cornell did not have the growl? I'm going to stick the chat on you. Who in the chat thinks that Chris Cornell didn't have the growl? I'm going to change the whole name of this stream to growl. Does Chris Cornell, man, wow. Are you kidding me? And Soundgarden, he had it, man. He had it all.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful voice, but he
beautiful
didn't have that growling voice, though.
He committed suicide. That bothers me. I'm angry at him for doing that. And then I'm angry at his friend for doing that as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's so horrible when these guys, they do that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, Robin Williams, he committed suicide. Kurt Cobain. List goes on, and then
all of a sudden, boom. What was this? 2 days ago, Prodigy singer Keith Flint, smack your bitch up, dead. At 40.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean, that was my national anthem for the last, what do you call that? It's not a relationship, really. It's just kind of like a intolerable situation. And I would just play Smack My Bitch Up, and we would just go at it like animals.
That sounds like a good time.
That's what sounded like a good time to me. The lead singer of the dance electronic band. Really? Was it a dance electronic band? I thought it was more like a rock.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it dance electronica.
Somebody's made a mistake here.
That's like Moby.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have to bring up Moby in this conversation? Oh, God. Okay. Never bring up
My
Moby.
soul brother.
Never bring up Moby or Mooby in any relevant conversation, just to let everyone know. That's a sure trouble right there. Prodigy Keith Flint died in his London home at 49. 49? What the bloody hell? Most people are just getting started at 49. No, that can't be right, can it?
Well, you're supposed to be, I mean, you know, physically, you're supposed to be in your prime at like anywhere between 35 to 40, and then you're considered.
That's your prime? Holy shit. Oh, sorry. Demonetized. I said the spank word. Yeah. Okay. In a statement posted to Facebook, the band revealed that its vivacious frontman and brother in arms had died and asked for privacy as they and his family mourned. How do you think? Okay, let's take some bets. How do you think he died here, Doctor?
Seppuku.
What? He's not Japanese, Doctor. Get control of your foibles. What's wrong with you? No. He's a Londoner. Or a long time ago, they used to call them Londonaires. Did you know that, Doctor?
No, I did not know that.
You filthy American, you.
I know, right? I just don't know any of these Londoners.
Jesus Christ, what's going on here? It is with the deepest shock and sadness that we can confirm the death of our brother and best friend, Keith Flint, a true pioneer, innovator, and legend. He'll be missed forever. Yeah, I miss him already. Who's going to write songs like Smack Your Bitch Up?
Oh, that wouldn't even make it through the SJW landscape of today.
That's what I'm trying to say here. Are you following me with what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
What am I trying to say, Doctor?
That the people of the past are dead, and we're ushering in a new era of SJW bullcrap.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. This is more than the death of just a few individuals who meant so much to an entire culture of the Western world. This is the death of a form of beauty, a form of freedom of speech that we might never get back again. You see, there's madness behind my madness. No, wait, that's wrong. There's reasoning behind my madness. That's what I meant to say.
Method to your madness.
Do you see it? Do you see my reasoning?
I do, and we're going to move into probably more of that, right? Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. God, I'm just so unhappy about it. Police confirmed that the body of a 49-year-old man, they're not, it's Keith. Someone should tell the police who this guy is, had been found at a home in Brookhill, northeast of London. I'm surprised he lived in Brookhill. That's a bit.
Is that a kind of
I guess it's
bad area?
No, it's not too bad. They said the death was being treated as non-suspicious. Well, okay. I suppose if you're riding an elephant and you've shot yourself in the gullet with a bloody harpoon, that might be non-suspicious if you were Keith.
Right.
Yeah, this makes no sense. I mean, it's bloody suspicious every time I find someone dead. How about you, Doctor?
Yeah, I think it's pretty suspicious. I think it's suspicious that Ozzy Osbourne isn't dead with as much drugs and everything as he's ingested.
Oh my God, that's probably the best point you've ever brought up on caffeinated mornings. Yeah, how is that bloke still alive? Keith and Bowie are dead. The fuck? I almost said a bad word.
Or was it the Tommy from Motley Crue? Like, he's been crazy too.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kuzmeti says, this is why I live in the woods now, near the top of a mountain, further away from the future. I am the better. Oh, well. I think she's...
Do you wear clothes, or do you just, like, walk outside?
Doctor, don't ask women about their clothing habits, for God's sakes. What is wrong with you? I can't take you anywhere.
I'm curious,
I know, that's the issue. I'm calling the police because you're a suspicious character, as opposed to finding a dead person in your house, which is obviously non-suspicious.
Suspicious. Yeah.
Suspicious. And a file. Oh, I love this. They said the death was being treated as non-suspicious, and a file would be sent to the coroner. Oh, they're sending a file. Well, that's all well and good then, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What the hell is wrong with these coppers? Standard practice in cases of violent or unexplained death. Now, this is what I don't understand. It was non-suspicious, but simultaneously, they're doing a standard practice, which is in the cases of violent or unexplained death. Is it just me? Or is this like completely the oppositional meaning? Jump right in, doctor, instead of dead air.
Yeah, it's completely oppositional. I mean, it reminds me of a bad video game I saw once where, they were trying to figure out what was going on, and he's like, "Oh yeah, spleen ripped out of your eyeball." Yeah, that's a natural cause of death there.
Okay, have no idea what you're talking about. Moving on. In a post on the band's official Instagram page, a statement credited to band member Liam Howlett, that's a very English word, name, implied that the death was a suicide. Oh, bastards. They're saying that he killed himself. What do you think of that, Doctor?
I think Kuzmeti's husband is a lucky man.
What the? God, I wish I could keep the Doctor off of women for 5 seconds. I mean, we were going to talk about the Doctor falling in love at the beginning of this, stream, but now he's trying to play coy. Strange.
I'm always coy.
Oh, no, Doctor, you're the Doctor. Coy is someone else. Comes on Thursdays. The news is, I can't believe I'm saying this, but our brother Keith took his own life over the weekend. I'm shell-shocked, effing angry, confused and heartbroken. R.I.P., brother Liam. I mean, wow. So he committed suicide. They're not saying how. Oh, look at this nice photo of him. What a gentleman. I like this one. Yeah. Looks like he had something to say here, eh?
Yeah. He tries to put me on a leash.
Yeah, what happens if you ever have a daughter and she brings this bloke home? What are you going to say?
Ooh, where's the gun?
Where's the gun? McGee's in the gun. She says, put the Doctor on a leash. Yeah, I've been trying, but keeps biting through them. It's a very difficult thing to do.
I'm just a freak on a leash, baby.
I'm starting to believe that. Big Steve says, looks like he just got done smacking some bees up. Yeah, he looks like he's look at his eyeballs. He's like, I'm smacking those bees up. That was.
If that means doing heroin, yes.
He might have done a few drugs, possibly. Yeah, the energetic frontman was also known for his distinctive look, black eyeliner, and hair spiked into 2 horns. Yeah, I don't know what the horns thing was about. I mean, I was never too big on that, mind you, because I don't know, kind of Lucifer-like. But I really liked his music, man. I really liked that whole smacking the bee up and such. It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
That was tasty. Well, goodbye to another, great rock and roller.
Goodbye to an era.
Goodbye to an era. Strange. A lot of very famous rockers have died recently. But it's sad to say goodbye to Keith Flint. And it reminds me of Bowie, of course. Well, not the same tier, mind you. But good. Good and fun. And then suddenly, what the bejeebers? What was this? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. My girlfriend was like, oh no. Wait a minute. That girl looks like my girlfriend. What are you doing with Luke Perry? That was weird.
Yeah.
No, I think I understand why she's so into Luke Perry. She might have dated him or something. I don't know. So, yeah, Beverly Hills 90210. I've never seen 90210. Well, that's some sort of telly show, right?
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
Yeah, okay. Cosmetic says, I wore eyeliner like that once. It was 2 days after a party I never went home from. Oh, well, I guess Cosmetic got a new home.
So you're still there?
Someplace else. I don't know. But yeah, wow. I heard about the Riverdale. Again, 52. Is 52 old, Doctor? I mean, a lot of people dying in their 50s now. What do you think that's all about?
They're living hard. He had some sort of he had a massive stroke. I think he had cancer as well.
Massive stroke, mate. Massive. When they say massive, it's the kind that you drop from. You know what I mean? You're walking along,
what do they call it? The Widowmaker or whatever.
Right. You're walking along, you're singing a song, side by side. Suddenly, you drop like a brick.
Boom.
The ticker says, see, that girl looks like my girlfriend. Who is that? Who was that? I think that was my girlfriend. No, she's an actress. She's a famous actress. Yeah.
Oh, is that
Molly Ringwald. I just realized my girlfriend looks like Molly Ringwald. Oh, damn, I'm lucky. I'm a lucky guy. Oh, okay. Perry was hospitalized after suffering a stroke on February 27th. Ah, interesting. Okay. after paramedics were dispatched to his home in Sherman Oaks. What the bloody hell is Luke Perry doing living in Sherman Oaks? Answer me that.
He just
that's what probably killed him.
Yeah, it's been tough after 90210, man.
Sherman Oaks? My bloody uncle lives in Sherman Oaks. I'm like, what the bloody hell are you doing here in Sherman Oaks? We have money. He's like, I like it here. I'm like, okay, there's no accounting for taste. I mean, you're out of your fucking mind. Sherman Oaks is nasty. Oh, wow. The chat says, Comic Guy John announced, thank you, John, for bringing in more death into our stream. Alex Trebek just announced that he has stage 4 pancreatic cancer. That's always good news, huh?
Yeah, he's taking it on the chin. I mean, he's going to fight it. He's doing what he's going to do.
Taking it in the pancreatic location.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible. Oh, Marlboro, man. Don't want to smoke any of those fags. Cigarettes. I meant cigarettes.
That's right.
Don't strike me. I meant cigarettes. It says, says to find out Molly is an obnoxious SJW. Well, yeah. Well, it's okay. I have my own version of Molly, and she is not an SJW.
Oh, yeah. He's not talking about the cigarettes. He's talking about the weird poisonous creature in Final Fantasy games.
Okay, God, I'm so confused every time the doctor talks. Okay, Perry was hospitalized, right? So he had a stroke. He's living in Sherman Oaks. He had a stroke because he was living in Sherman Oaks. And, he never regained consciousness. So for a moment there, I thought it was like he had one stroke and then maybe he had another. What do you think?
It's possible. I mean, if he did, man, that would have been a lot of pain at one time. Poor guy.
So he was under observation for 5 days. So he was in the bloody hospital. In German, they call that the Krankenhaus. Krankenhaus. Yeah, Steve says, you said the F word. Demonetized. Yeah, I was talking about cigarettes, man. Yeah,
in this day and age, is that family? Because, SJWs hate family.
Maybe. I don't know. Gosh, this is really intense. This is really bizarre. The actor remained under observation for 5 days, but died Monday, March 4th. Oh, that just hurts, man. It just hurts.
Hey, Stephanie.
What? Who are you saying? Somebody walked into your house?
Yeah, Stephanie walked into our house.
Yo, psychological nerd. What up? What up, Steph? How's it going? Big Steve says, tell it to the algorithm. Listen, I've said that word before and I got by, so it's good. It's good. We're all good. It's a smoking, it's a smoking cigarette. It's a completely normal thing to say. So yeah, passed away after suffering a massive stroke, surrounded by his children. God, that's just terrible. You have a stroke, you fall down, you never get back up again. You never even get a chance. They take you to the hospital, right? You're unconscious, and then your body lives a little bit longer and you're dead. I mean, it's bloody depressing. Where's comic book John? Comic guy John, yeah. Did you find this depressing? You should bring him in here and make him depressed,
Why would I make him depressed?
Because you make me depressed, Doctor. So I think it's going to go hand in hand. Perry, who currently stars as Fred Andrews on the CW, currently, he's dead. Who wrote this? Oh my God. Death is coming, Doctor. It's coming for all of us. What do you think of this?
Well, you begin to die the day you're born. So that's what Shakespeare said.
Your optimism, I love it, Doctor. So beautiful.
Hey, grab it by the horns, live it hard. You want to die like an.
Wait. What are you grabbing? But something that has horns? What are you talking about? You Americans, grab it by the horns, ride it hard. What, a steer? Are you grabbing? Yeah. Are you riding steers?
Yeah, done it before.
Are we talking sexually, or are we talking? What are you talking about?
Was it we're talking about proverbial sense of life, as a steer. Say, grab it by the horns and ride it hard.
Okay, wow, so uncouth. Anyways, the point is, you don't start dying the minute you're born. You start dying at the moment your cells stop regenerating, which is around 23, 24 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like, technically, it's a chemical signature, but I mean, they're talking about this is like literature.
You and your literature, doctor.
It's Hamlet, baby.
God, blimey. Okay, it's Hamlet, man. Yeah. All right. Well, we're all going to die. What do you think about it, doctor? How do you want to go out?
I want to go out like Virginia Woolf. Give me some medicine. Put some rocks in my pocket. I'll walk out into the ocean and love it while I'm there.
This is how I want to go out. With this music playing in the background because, hey, I don't give a damn about anything. I'm Jean-Luc Marcel, the master blaster of Indicron, the madman from the red house on the side of the hill that you never want to walk down, because I don't care, and I'll snipe you from the top of the river. No, I wouldn't. Wait, YouTube, I didn't mean that. So we're just playing this music because we're going to start all over again, aren't we, Doctor? Because I'm going to snip this snippet. When death comes for you, look at it in the eye and say, thank you. I wanted to know how to get the hell out of this club. It sucks. Bye-bye. Wow. We're starting over again, aren't we? Let's see.
Yeah. This was so great. We're going to do it again.
Are we going to do it again, Doctor? What do you think? See, Big Steve says, don't tell me the show is over. He's like, no. No, we're going to do it again just for you, Big Steve. Who wants us to stop? We can stop right now. This is like... what is this like, Doctor? We're like cam girls.
Yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah. We're like, we're cam girls. What do you want us to do now?
Oh, do we take my shirt off?
Doctor, you're so cute.
I'm very cute.
Doctor, aren't you in love?
You keep trying to go there. We're not going to do it.
Doctor, you said we were going to do it. Wait a minute.
No, I didn't. You did.
I said we were going to do it. I said, we're doing it next time on stream. We're doing it, Doctor. And you said yes. You said yes. You agreed.
No, I just didn't. I didn't disagree. I didn't say
you
anything.
Didn't disagree?
You take that as an agreement, but that is not.
Well, Doctor, of course I take it as a fucking agreement. Wait, I didn't say that. F word.
Take it all. Take it all.
Ixnay. Ixnay, stop that word. No, I didn't say. Doctor, I am the master blaster. I am the leader. I am the man. So when I say
of Indicron, not me.
Oh, you're in Indicron, you bastard.
I'm not an asset of Indicron.
You're an asset of Indicron. Therefore, you are my ass. You are my asset of Indicron. You are my asset. Okay? So don't worry. You better get in line, Doctor, because I haven't finished drawing your page. Whoops. Oopsie. Oh, spanking the Doctor. So painful.
Yes, I love myself, Cam.
Is the Doctor going to come out as autosexual? I'm definitely autosexual. I love my car. I'm in love with my car.
It's Maserati.
That's a great song by you know who, don't you? Queen. And McGee says, savage. Oh. Well, we've got 16 people in the chat. I guess we should go on, eh? What do you say?
I guess so, man.
Oh, God, here we go again. Blimey. Is the Doctor in love? Should we do the love? The love Doctor? Doctor?
No.
God, you bastard, man. I'm going to do it anyway without you. I'm going to call you out anyway. And I'll talk for you. I'll do an American accent and I'll stumble on myself and then leave dead air. Ooh. Okay. Here we go.
You hate that. You just ruin your own show.
My show gets ruined every day, Doctor. Hey. It's me. I'm back. I don't know if you know me, but in case you don't, I'm the Master Blaster, the man with the most, the red-faced bastard that comes, when you're not watching. I sneak into your house, maybe make a sandwich, have a beer, and then I move on. Welcome to my show. I'm Jean-Luc Marcel. And with me, as always, is my close friend.
Doctor.
The Doctor. I was just about to give you a proper introduction. Close friend and confidant.
The Doctor.
Bastard, you did it again. Every single time. Never mind. Yeah, it's him. It's that bloke over there who screws everything up. How's it going, Doctor? How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, one day after another, right? Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're dating Molly Ringwald's twin sister, right?
Yeah, Doctor, stop the video. God, every single time I have to tell him, stop the video. I mean, he's like the teenage boys, man. You can't live with them. Can't live with them. Can't live with them. What can I say? So yeah, wow. Yesterday was an amazing day. I saw an absolutely excruciatingly bizarre YouTube video. Go ahead, Doctor. Guess what it was. Guess.
Oh, that had to be Tim Pool and Joe Rogan.
Damn, Doctor. How did you guess that?
Because you put it in the list of things to watch.
I'm surprised you were paying attention.
Well, I'm not Pixel.
Oh, Pixel, I did not say that. Okay. Okay. Just for anyone who doesn't know, Indicron is comprised of I, the Master Blaster, leader with the most, the guy who, talks too much and everyone does what the bloody hell I say, or I get testy. And then, of course, the doctor who heals all our wounds, and Pixel, runs around and, makes my life hell and does all the coding.
That's right.
So in case anybody knows, the doctor just dissed Pixel. Doctor, don't diss Pixel.
Pixel, we love you.
But don't go that far. I mean, we're on live. You can't be dissing members of Indicron. Can you?
The doctor is 39.
What? Is that a sexual position?
No.
I'm so confused right now. Did you just dox yourself?
My age.
Oh my God. Okay, well, you heard it now. I didn't even know how old the doctor was until just this moment, because I never asked him. We don't ask each other questions like that because we're in CJ and we don't want to dox. That's so right. Fantastic. Okay. Wow. It's really, I'm going to take a sip of coffee here because I'm losing it. I'm losing it, doctor.
Take a couple sips. Another one. Get another one. Come on.
Okay. Well, you're the doctor.
I know, right? Take two.
Delicious. Okay. I'm back full steam. Rabbit Tie Cat says 61. No, wait, not 61. No, 39 is not even half of a sexual position. 39, half of a sexual position. 69 backwards to carry the 1 minus 12 equals. Piss off. Okay, I've got it. Okay, we're moving on now. So I was watching a video. I guess we're going. No, we don't really have. Do we have to go to? We don't have to share screens, do we? We can just discuss it.
Right? Yeah, we can just talk about it if we want.
Yeah, we can talk about what the bloody hell. I'm tired of this screen sharing nonsense. Okay, Joe Rogan. Yeah, sounds like something older men do with their hair. Joe Rogan. Is that a hair thing? Bajorian? No. Rogan.
Pejorative?
Rogan. No, Rogaine.
Oh, wow.
Bajorian. They got these things at the supermarket and they're like, oh, as we say in Paris, supermarché. And, you rub it into your... But that's not what we're talking about, is it?
I'm not only the president. I'm also a client.
You're supposed to say member.
Oh, member.
I know America better than a doctor. Okay. So, Joe Rogan, Tim Pool. Wow, that was freaky. And for JJ. Did you know that for JJ was on there as well as, what is that? Jack Dorsey. Oh, man, Jack Dorsey. Wow. Wow.
Well, and he barely talked. He had like an attorney who is extremely liberal. Like they found her out. She works for a Southern Poverty Outreach or something.
Southern Poverty Outreach?
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
Mm-hmm.
I think the caffeine is effing with my ears. Why did you say that?
Well, no, because they kept asking her questions and she kept like basically combating Tim Pool. He would come at her with like very articulate, understandable, logical reasoning of why they shouldn't do what they're doing, which is basically deplatforming and dehumanizing conservative-based, creators.
Okay, we got to take a step back here, Doctor. You're jumping right into the middle of the pool without wading in first, as always. So here's the scenario, okay? Joe, Mr. Rogaine himself, he had Jack Dorsey on previously. And previously, he kind of softballed it. He kind of called it in. He kind of like, hey, Jack, do you want me to massage your feet a little? And then people were saying, well, that's not really a proper interview, is it, Joe? And so, okay, well, we're going to do it again. We're going to have the JJ and Tim Pool, and we're all going to sit around. We're going to try to have a real conversation about Twatter, the Twatter machine. What do you think about the Twatter machine, Doctor? What's your take on Twatter? Twatter.
That it's horribly biased against conservatives.
It's horrible. It's biased against everyone. I mean, it's just completely absurd. Tinfoil Hat is in the chat, says hi or hi. McGee says, is Jack a robot? Well, if he is, he's the world's worst designed AI I've ever seen.
Are you asking if he's an NPC?
I'd rather have Siri. Hey, Siri, close down Twitter, please. And then she does it.
Or Alexa, you know.
Steve says, I love Twitter. Such degeneracy. Yeah, it's effing degeneracy, all right. So Jack was on, the JJ was on next to him. Somehow Jack separated his vajayjay from his body and allowed it to talk. He got it to, like a speaking vajayjay. How does that happen, Doctor?
Well, he didn't want to talk to Tim Pool, and obviously he didn't know his own rules, so he hired a lawyer to talk to Tim Pool for him.
He hired a vajayjay.
Yes.
Yeah, and I tell you, that was a slanted vajayjay if I've ever saw one, eh?
Yeah.
What a face. Did you see her face? I mean, she made these micro expressions every time before she spoke. These micro expressions that were just saying like, F you.
Oh, yeah. She was really angry. She was not happy at all that he was, asking, really pertinent questions, actually.
Yeah, it's terrible. McGee says it can't be unseen. No, I am scarred. I mean, wow. It was 3 hours. It was 3 hours. And I watched it all, Doctor. Did it? Yeah, and the point is, when I say the word doctor, that's your cue. But I watched it all, Doctor.
You did?
Yes, I watched all 3 hours. And the vajayjay was fascinating. I've never seen a talking vagina before. I mean, I've seen them, spew things, but I've never seen them talk. That was terrible. I apologize to my audience. But sometimes you get one that's a squirter. You know what I mean? And then, what? Excuse me?
Nothing.
Well, vajayjay on with Tim Pool, it's synonymous, right? Because good thing you had the pool next to the squirting vajayjay. They kind of go together.
You just want this to be stricken, don't you?
Well, I'm just, being, glib.
Okay.
It's called glibness, Doctor. I can't have a radio show without being glib. Don't you know this?
Yeah, but we're we're on YouTube.
No, we're not. This is Jean-Luc Marshall tube.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know that?
This isn't YouTube. It's my tube.
It's my bloody tube, and get the hell off it. Get off my tube, you bastards. So yeah, here we are. And so the vajayjay was just going completely ballistic, and Pool was gathering up all the moisture and just kind of spewing it back. I mean, Pool was on fire. The pool was on fire. Too much chlorine.
Yeah, he was absolutely blasting them.
McGee's right. Thank you, McGee. God, McGee is the best wrench ever. Don't you agree? McGee's in the chat. And she says, smash that like button. Yeah, bash it,
Bang that like button.
Bounce it. Get on top of it. Give it a rowdy, a hello, so to speak. Like, hello, how's it going? Yeah, that sort of thing. And wow. So Poole was just going at them. He was going at them. And basically saying, your ideology, your effed up, bizarre liberal ideology is against the basic laws of the United States of America. I mean, I'm drilling it down for our audience, Doctor. We're drilling it down. Drill it down, Doctor. Let's drill. You go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was saying that, he said your rules are ideological. They're not fair, more or less. And he kept coming at him and they're like, well, give me an explanation. And he would explain it. Like he was talking, he's like, you have rules for, like, you talk about dysphoria, or you talk about trans, but you don't have any rules for dysphoria or like actual, handicap or medical dysphoria, but you do for this particular ideologue, and that's it. And she had no answer.
Wow. Doctor, did you actually stop talking?
Yeah, I'm done.
Wow. I went around the block and I got some coffee. So I just can't believe that Poole was so on the spot, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was, but he was good. He was fantastic.
He was fantastic. But him asserting the fact that America has very specific laws on freedom of speech and the ability to express yourself in America, whereas Twatter is attempting to supplant or dominate the country, the entire United States, and the Constitution of the United States itself by adding their own rules and regulations according to their liberal attributes, their liberal leanings. What would you call
And they're
this?
ridiculous. Well, I mean, and a lot of them, their ideologues are just completely ridiculous. Like he brought up the Covington kids. He's like, okay, so you've banned people for misgendering somebody, for calling, somebody that's a trans man a woman or whatever. But all these, 250,000 accounts that wanted to kill 13-year-old children, and not one of them has had any kind of major actionable merit put on their account.
It's astounding. I mean, it's shocking. I mean, they've got photos of like blood spewing out of wood chippers, right?
Yeah, that was one of the producers at Disney.
Yeah, one of the producers at Disney wants to take children that he's making cartoons for and murder them.
Because they don't believe in his politics.
Yeah. And at the same time, Jack Dorsey's saying, oh, well, we kind of told them that maybe he should stop it.
Yeah, well, no, they made this like stupid excuse that they were like, well, these people, we have gamers that all the time say they'd kill somebody, so we can't just, not. Or
Well,
we can't ban everybody.
Context. They said you have to look at these things in context, and they kept repeating that the variety of context. Well, let me tell you what liars they are. I had another Twatter account before this one, and I had 20,000 followers. It was purely a political account. And I was very measured on it, because hey, I'm pro-president, the president, our president, the American president. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they just whacked my account. No warning, nothing. I had said nothing. I certainly didn't say anything to what Disney is saying that they want to do to children, that they want to murder children. It was just calculated logical tweets. That's all it was. They whacked my account with not even a single word. And they went through this entire Joe Rogan stream saying very precisely that they always give people these metered allowances. And they tell them, look, what you're doing here is not right. We're going to send you a warning. And then we'll send you another warning. And then we'll give you 24 hours to think about it. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do that. And these are all lies. They're liars. They're lying to us. Why? Why are they lying to us, Doctor?
Well, they're lying to us because they want to try and change everybody's path, or they just want to tell everybody how they can think. They don't care, really about free speech or free anything. I mean, Hamley was talking about that. He said the left used to, always preach free speech. There is no free speech anymore. They want you to think what they tell you to think. That's it.
That's it. And they won't let you get away with it. And so the point is, if you're pushed off this platform, do you have a voice anymore? With modern technology taking over the world, with the manner in which our elections are being held, with our president using Twatter. I don't know if I should say our president's using twat. Maybe I shouldn't say that, huh? But Twatter itself being so predominant a factor in our elections, in our daily lives, in communications, in our society, in our culture, aren't they becoming more powerful than the United States itself?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're basically becoming what they said they didn't want to be. They're railing against fascists, and they become their own virtual fascists. I mean, they become their own virtual nation.
It's so bizarre. And the thing that's very interesting is that and I hadn't given this a lot of thought until Jack brought it up, that they are across the world, obviously, and they change or they attempt to evolve the cultures of other worlds by pushing their own liberal sensibilities onto these other cultures.
Well, yeah, they've tried to do that with China and Japan, and both of them, kindly told them to go stick it up their rear.
Excuse me? Okay, I'm not going to go there.
Well, the prime mechanism that they use is white guilt, and neither China or Japan care about white guilt. So
yeah, because they're okay. I can't say that. And so they went into the learn to code. Wow, that was really bizarre. So the context of learn to code transformed or was manipulated by Twatter themselves into something that they could use to ostracize and to control and to eject certain individuals from Twatter.
Yeah, because God forbid you tell somebody to get into the most burgeoning industry outside of accounting in the world.
Right. And so they distorted that into some sort of, they called it coded language.
Cipher is what she called it, yeah.
It's very, very weird how the SJWs take something, a phenomena, and twist it into something that's a code, that's a cipher, that's a meaning, that's a hidden meaning in there. And then they look at this and go, there's a hidden meaning in what you're doing.
That's one of the, we were going to talk about that once in our psychology review. That's part of narcissism, is changing the world to reflect you.
And that's what they're doing. So do you want to be an SJW, Doctor?
I do not.
Do you know any SJWs?
I know a former SJW. She was in here a while ago.
What? Oh, Steph. She's gone now, hey?
Yeah, I think she's gone.
CG saved Steph.
That's Jesus, right.
God, and CG. Wow, there's the trifecta. You can put all those three together in a handbasket. You could probably sell it for a few quid.
Yeah. We need more people to buy Indicron merchandise so we can, save the world.
Oh my God. That was completely insane. And so did you realize that the LBGT obviously they have a voice on Twitter. That was kind of funny. But they're against trans feminists, or trans feminists are against LBGT. Did you know that? So because there's a big thing now on Twitter about rules about misgendering.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, that was what Tim Pool was going on.
Are you cleaning a weapon? I hear noises coming from your mic. You're the only person on the stream.
There's somebody like the house next door is getting a roof.
Okay. I thought they were cleaning the weapon. Yeah, so if you misgenderize, is that like tenderize? What's that? I'm not sure. Yeah, Tinfoil Hat said what I was going to get onto next was called dead naming. So yeah, we have trans, we have LBGT, we have misgendering, we have the rules of Twatter, we have Twatter, and then we have dead naming.
Yeah.
How do you navigate all these bizarre things? Can you imagine Bowie? Can you imagine all the cultural icons of our lives having to live on this Twatter? Would there be a David Bowie living on this Twatter? Would he say the things he?
No, because to be a David Bowie, to be a Chris Cornell, to be a Chester Bennington, you have to go outside and meet people and do things.
You have to do things, right? I mean, so I'm curious, do you think that Chris Cornell, right, or Chester Bennington, or Keith Flint, do you think there's any possibility they killed themselves because of what the world is becoming?
I mean, it's very possible. Maybe, looking at everything and they're just like, oh my God, my kids are becoming part of this. Everything else is like, what do I do? You just feel completely, drowning in this SJW nonsense.
It just seems so overwhelming. And so Twatter is killing the accounts of people who misgender, either accidentally or on purpose, or if they even don't believe in it. So this is where we come back to freedom of speech, right? And America allows you the right to not necessarily believe what everyone else believes in, right? So if you don't believe in some sort of, I don't know, new gender, like, cantaloupe gender. If you're a cantaloupe, I love cantaloupe. So I really do.
I identify as a deadly sex machine.
God, doctor. Never stops. I'm joking on that one. Yeah, okay. That's great. So if you make a mistake in someone's gender, because this is all really a novelty, I mean, I can't make heads or tails of any of it. There's so many letters and names and everything in between everything that I don't even know what I'm supposed to be to all these other people. I can't tell if they're misgendering me, because my gender is obviously Sean Connery gender.
Right?
Red Sean Connery, tearful gender. And if you get it wrong, there'll be trouble for sure.
That's right.
So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't like it. So you can't break the rules of Twatter. You have to be very specific. And yet simultaneously, we have trans feminists fighting the LGBT community because one is claiming a man can never become a woman. So we're moving into sports now. We're moving into all these types of things where men who have these physical capabilities beyond women, right? And they go in, they get some surgery, they get the ding dong, taken away. No. And yeah, I know it's painful. Let's not go there. I need that gear. And they go and they say, okay, we're women now. I want to be a female wrestler.
And then they just dominate. And people go, look at them dominating. They're so, wonderful. They're such a shining example of womanhood.
A shining example of womanhood with size 44 shoulders.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I wear a size 44 suit. So I know that if I get into a wrestling match with a woman, she's going to know it. Right? I'm going to pin her down. Verbally.
No, I was going to say that's called foreplay,
Yeah, well, that you're genderizing. Genderizing. I love that.
We're applying gender dynamics.
Big Steve in the chat says, I'm non-binary. Gonna go play for the WNBA tomorrow. My femininity, it gives me power. When I feel feminine, doctor, I drink a light beer.
When I feel feminine, I just punch someone.
No, yeah, well, okay. You're much more masculine than me, I suppose. I just have a light beer instead of the usual lager.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and go, well, what's wrong with you, John Logan? So, I'm feeling my feminine side.
I prefer bourbon or whiskey.
Nothing stops the doctor, does it? So what do you think about Twatter going up against the United States of America as better values, better rules than the Constitution? The Constitution of the United States.
I think the president is pulling the wool over a bunch of people's eyes and they don't know it. He's playing some 3D chess here and they're not catching up with him fast enough. He just instituted something. He just put in a executive order for schools that receive federal aid to have to be free speech. What is he going to have to do that? He's going to have to create a Senate oversight committee that regulates free speech. Where do you think they're going to look after they get done with schools?
They're going to go to Twatter.
They're going to go to banking. They're going to go to tech. They're going to go to social online media.
And that's what Poole was saying, right? Poole was saying, you need to be regulated, Twatter. Twatter, you're having a very hard period.
Mm-hmm.
But so many double entendres in that I just love myself for that sentence. I'm going to say it again. Twatter, you're having a very hard period. You have a what do they call that? A flow?
Oh God!
What do you call that? You're having a very
menstrual breakdown.
Having a very intense flow this period, Twatter. So we're going to have to regulate you.
That's
so
right.
The president, the United States, the US of A, is going to have to start regulating Twatter. If it doesn't start regulating Twatter, who is?
Nobody. I mean, we got to have, the government guys got to step in at this point because it's getting ridiculous. All these business owners and these liberal business owners, they're just taking Milgram's and the Milgram's experiment, perils of obedience, telling everybody what to do, and all these SJWs are just getting in line, and they're just flat out deplatforming people. I mean, look at it as just CG. We've had 2 people swatted.
It's very true. It's very true.
They use this as a weapon to deplatform, use dehumanization and deflection as a weapon to attack people, get them deplatformed, swatted, hurt physically. I mean, they have turned this into virtual remote warfare.
So the thing is, when Paul is, landsliding into the vajayjay, where Jack Dorsey and his separated vajayjay talking to Tim Pool and Mr. Rogan, and they're having this conversation. And it seemed to me very blatantly obvious that Pool was destroying them. I mean,
yeah. He
devastating the vajayjay, pounding the vajayjay. I mean, and she was loving it. She seemed, she was making that smirky face. She was like, Pool, pound the vajayjay harder.
If he was single, she'd take him.
Oh yeah, I was in a nanosecond, but that's Jack's vajayjay. So Jack's like, don't touch me vajayjay. That's genderizing. Genderizing. What the bloody hell is that all about? Psychological norm steps back. He goes, does it have a wide set vag though? I know what can help with that. Yeah, I think Jack's vajayjay was massive, man. You could drive a semi through that. Yeah, no feeling.
I think it was like a classic case of misdirection. Like he put that one out there because he doesn't want you to see his.
Doctor, you're leaving dead air.
You're
dead air. Okay. vajayjay, yeah. So, God, Jack and his vajayjay. If I was going on a talk show, if I was going anywhere, and the woman's name was vajayjay, I'd say, we're going to have to change your name for the next 3 hours. I'm calling you Samson. I mean, that's just so much.
Calling you Pam. You're just Pam.
You're just Pam from now on. You're just Pam. Pam, what do you think of this? Not vajayjay, for God's sakes. We're not like, what the bloody hell? That was hilarious. So, I mean, Tom Pool, he really brought it. He pounded that vajayjay. He made Jack cry. He said, I'm sorry. We've been trying really hard, but we make mistakes. I mean, look at my vajayjay. What a mistake that was. What?
They're pathetic. The whole thing is pathetic. Twitter needs to just shut up and get rid of it. I mean, it's like, we always say, like, SJWs make excuses and they don't get anything done, whereas they need to just shut up and get it done. Just do something.
But the problem is what they want to get done is to shut conservatives down.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, take off, is go back to free speech, go back to where it was, instead of, deregulating, deplatforming, blah, blah, blah.
Well, they're going to have to do something. The United States of America is going to have to start regulating Twatter. There's no way that it can continue to keep doing what it's doing. It's grievous, it's wrong, and it's dangerous for the freedoms of America, for the people of America. I mean, this just can't go on anymore. It's got to stop. And the dead naming, I guess I have to go back and touch the dead naming thing. I didn't want to go back and touch the dead naming thing, but now I've got to go back. I was going to sign off, and now I've got to go back and touch the dead naming thing, Doctor.
You don't have to touch it.
It's getting swatted.
Leave it alone.
Your door is being pounded on.
No,
did you hear that?
Yeah, they have a nail gun.
Oh, that's fantastic. A nail gun in the middle of our stream. McGee says, does the doctor have someone locked in his basement? Yeah.
Be quiet, McGee.
Adam said, roll music. We're going to roll music. Well, wow. I kind of went off there on Jack Dorsey and his vajayjay. I'm sorry, Jack. Next time, leave the giant tampons at home. Nothing can stop the flow. And I'd like to thank Tim Pool for bringing it home. And I'd like to thank Mr. Rogan. You need to use that on your head a little bit more there. And the doctor. Thank you, doctor, for stopping in.
You're welcome.
Thanks. We're going to leave while the doctor deals with the people he has trapped into his basement. Get a lockdown on that situation, doctor. goodbye to all, and to all a good night, and hopefully see you next time around. Bye, everyone. Say goodbye, Doctor.
Goodbye, everyone.